Hi, this is BJ from Digital Mind. I'm just shooting a short video on how to find great freelancers and weed out the bad early. The first point I'd like to cover with you is to create a simple, clear brief. And when you do that, it is important that you know exactly what it is that you want so that it's easy for you to communicate and easy for freelancers to understand. Try to write it out in 5 to 10 bullet points, if that makes it easy for you, and add images if you can. Secondly, put the brief out on 2 to 3 places. This is important to do so that you create backups. You might not be able to find the right person on just one freelance platform. And also consider put the brief out on freelance platforms that appear to have the talent that you're after. For instance, VWorker is a good place to find programmers. Thirdly, shortlist. I would suggest that you shortlist native English speakers first, because they're easier to communicate with. Secondly, shortlist those that reply to what you asked for, which generally tend to be 1 in 10. And finally, interview the best of the two. And when you get to the interview stage, try to ask probing questions. I tend to ask pretty much every graphic designer that I'm considering hiring how they design to maximize conversion. And also, when you're asking questions, try to look for independent thinkers, people that are able to not only understand your question and give good answers to it, but are able to understand other questions and considerations that are relevant to what it is that you asked. And finally, also consider how they communicate, which take me to the next point. Try to be hypersensitive when you are interviewing candidates. Be on the lookout for vague answers, for candidates that avoid questions, or candidates that try to move the conversation over to Skype, which is a typical technique for getting the client to say yes prematurely. 6. Create a test assignment. Now, this is something that I would suggest that you only do if you are unsure. Create a very small assignment and give it out 1 to 3 times, and then consider the speed and quality of which the freelancer delivers. In particular, I would suggest that you try to observe if they give any promises and if they're able to deliver on those. 7. Use your intuition. Now, if you follow these steps that I covered with you so far, you should have put in place more than enough logical steps to find a good applicant. However, in the end, you might stand between a few applicants that might seem very close. And if you're in that situation, I would suggest that you use your gut, because you might have a really good applicant that might not have the best portfolio, might not have the perfect experience. I would suggest that you pick the best communicators, those that reply with the best depth and the best detail, because that will make your working experience a lot easier, and it is a simple way for you to ensure that you get what it is that you ultimately communicate to your freelancer. Okay, that's about it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go to digitalmind.com.